Lena Clarkson confessed
Hello
to
YouTube, sorry I
murdering
forgot we
Reese.
started right at the start of chapter 2 because I worried this cutscene would go on for a long time. I haven't heard any other dialogue other than the line on the screen, however, so... And we heard that last time. But we quit it out on the off chance this takes a long time to get through. We'll see. Also smoking, in case you're curious.
But then immediately afterwards, she went insane. So you had no choice but to detain her.
Yeah, Ghosts of
What a
Satsui.
terribly convenient story. You were the first person to find the suspect hiding at a farm on the edge of town. And you even got her to confess to the crime, right then and there.
What is she accusing
Did
him of?
anyone
We don't even know
else
what
get a
he's,
chance to hear
he's being
Galena's
accused of yet.
confession?
Only us.
How did you even find that shack in the first place?
Smoking. Told you. That wasn't even with the Elgato delay, that's just I knew it was coming.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
Meta what? Should I know this word?
Metaphysical offender profiling. The term appears 6 times in the Lucare report and 14 times in the 2010 Greenvale report.
Did we really
As long as you're solving
profile
cases,
people
the people
14
in charge
times in
don't
the
really
first
care
game?
what sort of words you use. But we're different. You utilized a highly abnormal method to instantly hone in on a suspect. Then you did it again and again. And every time you used it, one term kept appearing in your files. Metaphysical offender
Everyone keeping up?
Mr. Morgan, would you mind explaining to us what this term means?
We could try. But no matter what words we used, you'd never be able to understand. You see, it doesn't pertain to this side. Come, my fairy. Stop hiding back there and give them the explanation they so desire. What? You're too shy?
Laughter. Not dark
Mr.
laughter this
Morgan?
time, just laughter. Even though it was very clearly the same laugh.
Mr. Morgan,
Come on out. Don't be afraid. You can do it. It's okay.
is that all you have to say? Don't underestimate me, Morgan. I know you and the Clarksons share a deeper connection, much deeper than how it appears on the surface. I need to shake him with something else that's directly connected to the Clarksons. I'm gonna jog his memory by force.
Okay. Old messy letters. Sure.
Those letters look very old. The postmark suggests they were sent out from Louisiana.
Too busy screaming. That's natural.
And
Look, we're going to be very heavy into listening to dialogue here, so I can't tell my story yet, but remind me once we're back as York to tell a story about some, it's not false advertising because of a loophole, but I want to talk about some biscuits I found at Lie.
Maybe. So what if it does?
A stalker has been harassing Patricia Clarkson for several years now. Did you know about this? Constant silent phone calls, unmarked letters.
No, I haven't successfully
She also
used Spooky
spotted a
Vision for
suspicious
anything yet.
figure lurking near her mansion several times. And just last week, her employees spotted
So
a
Patricia gets a
strange
mansion,
figure
huh?
lurking in the vicinity. The day someone else coincidentally used your alias and traveled to Louisiana.
That's
We also know
very
Patricia
intriguing.
survives then.
Aligned symbolism.
Lise Clarkson also reported being harassed by a stalker just before she was murdered. You're aware of this, correct? Because I didn't find any mention of this in your report.
No direct connection to the case. That's what we must have thought.
Oh wait, sorry, yes, you use it in the shooting sections, effectively. I forgot about that.
The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Which are you?
That's enough for now. This all has nothing to do with the case. Besides, there's no evidence that proves those letters are from her. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Still going to talk about Greenville. Oh, hang on, let's try the... Well, this photo is flashing more.
Mr. Morgan, according to you, at the beginning of this case, the victim's body was being stored in the warehouse on purpose. Is that the truth? They really put her body there alongside
I hope I
food and
do.
other perishables?
Tree shotgun, ideally.
It's in the report.
No. The report only says it was stored using the most effective and shockingly inhuman method possible.
If you can think of a better phrase, we're all ears.
The report isn't wrong, you know. In fact, that might actually be the most accurate way of describing it. It's precise, and it's also kinda poetic, you know?
Wow, Simon. We never would have taken you for a poet.
Laughter with coughing.
Right?
You two think this is a joke? Lise Clarkson's body was discovered in that cold storage warehouse after 14 long years. If you'd only done a proper investigation, we probably would have found her much sooner. That poor girl.
We still regret the fact that we never got to meet her. We're sorry, from the bottoms of our hearts.
I only hope it didn't happen that way by design.
Will you comfort me? Thank you, my fairy.
Did it land on his crotch? Erotic laughter.
I knew it wouldn't go that easily. Maybe I should try asking my questions in a different way. I could use Agent Jones here.
I wouldn't mind hearing about the DVDs first. I know Simon is probably the one you're supposed to press on, but...
stinking indulgence. And a massive DVD collection. You must live a very comfortable life.
We're retired, remember?
Retired in your 40s. I'm envious.
But who doesn't love movies, Belle?
I'm not a fan.
Wow.
Oh, that won't do. You should dedicate all the free time you have to watching movies. It's practically an unwritten law.
Or playing video games.
Films guide us. Films are filled with every important life lesson there is.
Is that so?
For example, They
Good
Live,
movie.
1988, directed by John Carpenter.
Starring Rowdy Roddy Piper.
That film taught us a valuable lesson.
He's in his 40s, but I think he's dying.
Always put on your sunglasses before a fight.
You know, you got a point.
And there's that milk taped up with duct tape for some reason.
Movies teach us about everything
That's
we
gotta be
need to
expired.
know. I learned about the right way to eat frozen pizza from Cobra. It's one of Stallone's
He's
best
smoking, pot to maybe ease the pain.
films. Before that, I wouldn't be caught dead trying to eat frozen pizza. I thought it wasn't fit for human consumption. But that film changed my life.
Simon, that has nothing to do with the film. You're just talking about pizza.
You're just talking about pizza, you moron. Dumbass.
Agent Jones. Are you paying attention? Or do you intend to waste Mr. Morgan's precious time?
No. Sorry. I'm just a little tired. I'm listening.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Didn't they teach you any manners at Quantico?
Oh, right. Guess they slipped my mind. My bad.
What are you hiding in there? Fidget cube, right?
I'm actually kind of nervous.
It is a fidget cube.
I'm not used to this sort of thing. Data analysis is my specialty, you know. I'm sure I'd be able to calm down a bit if I had some pizza, though.
He's come to us a Francis York Morgan voice pack. Yes, excellent, good, excellent. Shameless laugh. Dark laughter. That didn't seem to work.
The FBI needs to do something about their lack of personnel. I'll have to ask the questions myself. But how should I start? Maybe I should look back over the files and calmly reassess the situation. So far, everything checks out with the report. But there were always some parts of the report that didn't make sense. He expects me to believe he just happened to solve a case this difficult while he was on vacation? And metaphysical offender profiling?
Give every soldier the voice pack?
Fancy made-up words.
That's damn tempting.
After you arrested Galena Clarkson, you had a run-in with the Clarksons. At least that's what it says in the report. What exactly happened there?
Just a simple run-in, that's all. Nothing but a single phenomenon. Chasing hollow instances like that won't lead you closer to the truth. Truth doesn't work like that.
A hollow phenomenon, which resulted in a mountain of corpses.
Dark laughter.
Oh, Belle. We think we finally understand what you're trying to say. But don't be so voracious.
I like the textures on his dressing gown. It looks
Have
comfortable.
another cup of coffee. We've still got a long way to go, you know.
Dark laughter. Don't drink the coffee. You'll poison it. With lies.
Yes. It's coarsely ground, so there should only be 4 teaspoons per cup. No more, no less. Next, the coffee travels from the funnel to the siphon. Simon, normally you only do surveillance in order to gather data, correct? Hiding microphones and cameras, sifting through garbage, wiretapping.
They must have loved doing this scene because they don't
shadowing,
have to animate his mouth
tracing
moving.
credit card histories. You'll do whatever it takes to gather data in order to prevent
He's going to ask him how
crimes.
to prepare the perfect cup of coffee, I bet.
That's how the FBI works.
Well, yeah, you're right. No reason in hiding it now, I guess. Why do you ask?
Our Southern Belle has adopted a very peculiar MO. It's almost like she has a special power, just like us.
Laughter.
You've been watching us this entire time, haven't you, Belle? From that window.
I don't need to answer that question.
You came here on New Year's Eve, then spent 49 hours watching us until you returned to your hotel room last night. You observed us the entire time without sleep or rest.
I find that implausible.
And you only ate once. Some pizza delivered by Simon. Aside from that, you never drank any water or
That's
relieved yourself.
no,
You
that is
simply
not the
sat
case.
there and continued to watch us.
That is not true. That can't be. Hello, BD.
You have visions, too, don't you? You came here solely to hear us talk, didn't you? But then, why bother watching us for over 2 days Beforehand, you didn't come to talk with us. You came because you wanted to see this apartment with your own eyes. And because you're already convinced of something. Isn't that right? He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster.
Very words that Batman lives by.
And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you.
Don't question the game? Yeah, that's true.
But I...
Oh, coffee. Thank you, my fairy. If you hadn't been paying attention, this coffee would have all gone to waste.
Yes, the plot thickens like a soup, but the soup's got
Us
like
in our brains.
candy bars in it and
It really
a tire.
has a way of interfering with our lives. Didn't remember.
What is this? Deadly Premonition 2. It's all very clear and coherent.
What the Christ? This is friggin' delicious. I thought I was gonna shit myself for a second there. Come on, Aaliyah, take a sip. Trust me. I'm not exaggerating here.
Coffee that's so good it makes you shit yourself. Wow.
I don't believe it. It's better than any coffee I've ever tasted.
Of course it is. Coffee is a sacred drink. Coffee saved us. If not for its oracle, we would be on the other side right now. So I never forget to pay my respects to coffee.
Yes, let's all FK in our coffee.
Especially at critical moments like this.
Big black cumulonimbus clouds are in the sky. And that sound. Thunder snow is coming.
He's still nervous.
Come on, don't glare at me like that, Aaliyah. I told you, I'm out of my element here, remember?
This isn't the time or the place.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just really nervous.
Yeah, you definitely should have drunk that coffee then.
I mean, Morgan's a legend.
Wait, did she say thunder snow? I read it as thunderstorm and assumed.
I'm sure it'd give any normal agent a stomachache.
Incidentally, Simon, why did you
It is a
decide
thing?
to stop working out at
Yeah,
the
we don't know
field?
what's up with the milk.
Don't ask. It's a long story.
I don't mind. We have lots of time, don't we? I could even make you another cup of coffee, if you like.
Fine then. I'll try to make it brief. See, I used to work out in the field.
I didn't mean to accidentally
my own
listen to
partner.
his life story. I just want to get to the next play section.
But we had a little rivalry that sort of ruined our relationship. It was over a woman, of course. You know how it goes. We fell in love with the same girl. At the same workplace, too. Then one day, the three of us went to go do a stakeout at a restaurant over in East Boston. I pretended to be a customer while my partner waited in the car, and she waited in the building across the way. Well, it only took a few minutes for my partner and I to lose our heads. We started engaging in this dumb contest to see who could impress her more. Things were looking bad. I knew I was gonna lose. Then,
This is a lot more convoluted than I thought it would be.
right in front of me, a customer starts choking on something. Face was pale, froth at the mouth, the whole 9 yards. I got up at once, but my partner stopped me. Didn't want us to blow our cover. So what did I do? I ignored him and helped the guy anyway. I couldn't stand by and watch that. I couldn't help myself. Next thing I knew, I was a hero. The guy survived, the restaurant thanked me, and I'd even managed to win the heart of you-know-who. It felt pretty good, you know? one-upping my partner right in front of his very eyes. But that was the beginning of the end. A few days later,
You don't
she
understand
and I
this game
went
at
to go
all.
get
That's a
some
normal.
bubble tea at a
That's
cafe
your
in
body
Brooklyn.
fighting it. Just let it in.
And a man comes up to me and said,
I'm here to thank you on behalf of the person you saved in that restaurant.
feeling a bit cocky, I said, "All in a day's work, my good man," and tried to brush him away. But he held out an envelope to me and said,
My client broke 3 ribs thanks to the unnecessary Heimlich maneuver you administered to him. He wants you to ensure that he'll be able to get the proper treatment.
I thought I'd saved someone. But all I ended up doing is wasting a lot of my precious time wrapped up in an astronomically stupid court case.
And that is America.
It also blew our cover, so our target found out about us. In the end, I was taken out of the field and banished to a meaningless job that anyone with half a brain could do. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Anyway, well, that's what happened. Of course, I also lost the love of my life and went back to being a lonesome loser.
Hello, Ty.
And that's why I hate being out in the field. Oh, come on. I tell you all that and you're not even gonna say anything?
He's just staring at him.
That was long, Simon.
Hey, I warned you. I told you it'd be long. Oh.
Wow, there wasn't even any resolution to that. That is an amazing cover for a movie called Ratman there, the
Hear
green
that
one.
thunder? It's probably gonna snow soon.
We're in Massachusetts. That's the norm for this time of year.
Well, I'm not used to the cold. If possible, I'd like to finish this up before we get stuck in a snowstorm.
What's happening?
Agent Jones,
Yeah,
after we're done here...
Pretty much, yes.
Agent Jones, is something the matter? Snap out of it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Do you? Then stop daydreaming.
Okay. I just,
You just what?
my stomach's been letting some thunder loose, too.
That's graphic.
Thunder?
That coffee was just so good,
It what? We don't have all day here.
He needs to poo.
the coffee was just so good, it, summoned forth a massive tsunami from within me.
Let Simon poop. Hashtag let Simon poop.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you? Now is really not the time for this.
Right door at the end of the hallway.
Thanks, pal. Hold on.
It might already be too late, yeah.
We promise you, we did not put laxatives in the coffee. Coffee is a sacred drink, remember?
Mother...
Dark laughter.
There's no doubt that the report omitted information linking Morgan to the Clarksons.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of
I need to
FK
get
in
him
it.
To confess. Oh yeah, there's a secret weapon in Agent Jones's briefcase. Have you ever seen this before? And please, don't say no.
Sang Rouge. The drug we once chased. What about it?
Sang Rouge is still circulating. It's changed shape and its composition is slightly different now. But it's still very much alive.
Shotgun might have
Only
had
in a
some
very
better
limited
results.
part of Louisiana. You aren't surprised? Did you somehow know this would happen?
I'm sensing more dark laughter in the future.
Copies of another drug being circulated isn't exactly a rare case.
But Sang Rouge is special. The inimitable Enigma powder. The origin. It has many names, and no one was ever able to copy it. We've also been trying to figure out what it's made from ever since it appeared, but it's impossible to analyze. After all, it appears to be made from common ingredients that can be found
It's common
anywhere.
but can't be found anywhere. But
But if you try to use those ingredients, all you'll end up with is a mundane hallucinogen like DMT.
why is he old? He's not old, he's dying. He's in his 40s.
No. Sang Rouge requires a special recipe. The original recipe, which someone's been guarding this entire time. Someone who survived the incident in Le Carré. Mr. Morgan, I heard that you were always a smoker. Did you ever wonder if that was the reason you contracted your illness?
Oh, there you go, he's got cancer.
What does that have to do with this case?
Nothing. I'm just personally curious about it.
Sometimes, people die in car accidents, regardless of how well they take care of their health.
I think by original she meant it's someone's original recipe based on the actual original, so their version is original.
Other times, they slip on their bathroom floors and crack open their heads. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I'm not concerned with statistics. I'm just curious about you, right here, right now.
We switched over from nicotine to this. It's less addictive. That's one step in the right direction, isn't it?
Perhaps. If we're talking about withdrawal symptoms or physical dependencies. But it still seems like you're smoking too much at once. Honestly, it looks to me like you have a mental dependency.
Maybe. But so what if we do?
Surely you know about gateway drugs, yes? When a person starts to use one drug, it becomes much easier for them to branch out and try other drugs as well. The first drug
I have an
acts as
idea
the
of where both
gateway
these characters
that
would
leads
go
them to
or fall on
stronger
a legalize it
substances.
vote.
Oh. Are you trying to say that's going to happen to us?
No. I'm simply saying there's a possibility.
Well, that certainly forwarded the story. Already asked him about the layers.
Immediately after they found Lisa's body, I went to go see Patricia. In order to interrogate her, of course.
So you told us.
But I was unable to meet with her.
She refused to speak with you, didn't she? That's
Yes, sir,
so
I heard a
like
dog
her.
barking as well. It's fine.
No, she didn't get the chance to. You see, she's gone missing.
Sora, unnecessary.
What?
To put it more accurately, no one's seen her since the afternoon of the 28th.
How long has this been going on for? 28 minutes. 28 and a
According
half.
to her employees, she shut herself up in her room for several months before
The last
she
time we were in one of
disappeared.
these talking sections, it lasted 50 minutes.
But since that sort of thing happened often,
Maybe I should have
they didn't
played
think
Death
anything
Stranding.
of it. On the morning of New Year's Eve, they noticed her window was open, and when they went up to check on her, she was gone. But no one
I didn't know
knows
which
how
things,
long her window
pardon me,
had
to
been
pick
open
to
for.
get to the next play section, though. I was guessing, and obviously I got it more wrong this time.
This is just my hypothesis, but on December 28th, a
Patricia
strange
is the
man
girl,
visited
yes.
Le Carré and was spotted near her mansion.
Well, as in, like, clever little girl that's following us around in the 2005 section.
That man must have found
And
some
this
way
is
to lure Patricia
2019?
into his car. The '89 Cadillac that he bought used. Then, the two of them drove north to Trenton, where they boarded a train to Boston. They would have arrived here around midnight on the 29th, or perhaps early morning on the 30th.
Patricia's in the house with us!
I believe this man is the same Billy Bishop whose name was previously recorded by the airline. So, what do you think of my guess? I'd love to hear your opinion as a former FBI special agent.
Ah, we get it. We aren't persons of interest. We're the suspects. But what about our alibi?
What alibi?
I've had enough of your bullshit. You expect me to believe you haven't taken a single step out of this room? That Agent Jones is your witness? Surveillance cameras can easily be tampered with.
Shh.
Especially by someone like you, who knows all about how the FBI works.
You're possessed by death.
So
Go and take a
shush.
look at your own face in the mirror. You look like the Grim Reaper. After you visited both Le Carré and Greenvale, you left a mountain of corpses in your wake. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm immune to them. Right here, right now, I want to know everything. You tell me the truth.
Yes! You're good, Belle. Damn good. You're brimming with potential. Don't you think she's the perfect partner for our last dance? What do you say, my fairy? Don't you agree? She's good. So good. What do you want to know? We've got nothing to hide. Go on. Question us. This is how it's got to be. Doesn't this remind you of something? You know what I mean, my fairy?
Creepy laugh. Also creepy eyes. Well, she did also call him a motherfucker for implying he put laxatives in the coffee. "2005, Le Caddy, Louisiana." Yeah, he may also be on a lot of weed. Like a lot of weed.
Son of a... How did this happen in my town? God damn it!
The head and limbs were severed and lined up, according to the lines that were drawn with her blood. Just like migratory birds flying systematically across the sky. Hey, Zack, what do you think this means?
They're severed roots.
Not appropriate for her to see a severed body.
roots?
This is the way the Clarksons kill someone when they want to cut him off from the family.
And how do you know about this?
Everyone in town knows about it. They're just too scared to talk.
What does the V stand for, then?
Beats me. What, you think I know everything now?
Vilitatio. It means quarrel in Latin. That's what the V stands for.
Vendetta! Vendetta!
Latin. Intriguing, isn't it, Zack? There are no defense wounds on the corpse. In other words, Galena showed no signs of resistance when she was amputated. But, strangely enough, there are small traces of subcutaneous bleeding around the wounded areas. That's a vital reaction, which means she couldn't have been dead.
You mean...
Yes, that's right, Patty. Galena was amputated while she was still alive, and she never resisted.
Is that even possible?
It certainly isn't impossible. For example, if she was put to sleep with a drug, or if she desired the amputation herself.
Why would she ever desire that?
Mr. York, I'm sorry, but there ain't no way that could have happened.
How can you be sure of that, Melvin? Our world contains phenomena that could never be explained with logic. This is especially true for phenomena in which humans are involved. Do you really think all the facets of love and hate can be explained with logic?
Yes.
Well, no, I don't reckon I do. Yeah, might be too early to rule out those possibilities, just like you say.
Zack, now we truly know just how deeply the Clarksons are involved with this. Patty, how long does it take to reach the Clarkson estate?
Just a short drive. You just
What
gotta
about my
head west along
skateboard?
the Mississippi. You can't miss it.
Got it. Thank you, Patty. By the way, Melvin,
Oops, Switch was falling
no
asleep.
matter how accelerated Patty may be, don't you think she's still a bit too young to see something like this? For the record, I have no intent to instruct others on how to raise their children, but...
Holy moly, you're right! Patricia, CLG! Come on, sweetie. Kids shouldn't have to
It's
see
a bit
stuff
late
like
to
this.
be worrying about her seeing an amputated naked lady.
It's too late now.
Quest updated. What if I want to go over here though? What if I pulled a gun on you, Melvin? Kinda did that by accident though. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let them have their moment. Nah. It's Hugin.
You found the flying serpent. But now, the flying serpent will come to find you.
Yeah, that sounds right. And it looks like
Everyone
this
following?
flying serpent is a venomous one.
Some become feasts, while others are eaten alive. Which fate would you
Sorry, it's
prefer?
Hugin, not Hugin.
Both sound marvelous, but let me check with Zack.
A fine answer. Find the one who fired the pistol at heaven. Within the white hall of beds, brandish the ticket to the goddess. And once again, you will see the other world. Do you comprehend the oracle?
Zack, it looks like he's hell-bent on leading us back into that other world.
Follow the oracle.
Oh, I will, Hungan. There are only two types of things in our world. Things that should be resisted, and things that should be accepted. And I believe this oracle is something to accept.
He shrunk.
Do you think
Okay.
we're crazy for believing everything that skeletal gentleman says?
Love that he's referred to as the skeletal gentleman.
No, we're not crazy. Not one bit. This is our destiny, that's all. But I shouldn't need to explain that to you, Zack.
Oracle decryption, start.
The one who fired the pistol at heaven. Firing pistols at the sky might be a rather common occurrence for the South.
Wow.
Remember? Young Guns, 1988, directed by Christopher Kane. There's that great scene where Emilio Estevez keeps firing his Colt
Fire the gun
M1877
at heaven?
at the sky. Well, but that film.
The bank?
Unfortunately, Zack, you're wrong.
Oh.
We need to find someone who fired their pistol straight at the sky. Young Guns, 1988, directed by Bingo, Zack. We're currently running a race here,
Are we?
and the one who started this murder investigation is indeed the one who fired the pistol at heaven. In other words, the person who first discovered the body.
Ah, yes, that's totally clear. I understand.
According to the
Yes,
files.
quite.
Lisa's body was discovered by Chuck Thompson, a crawfish farmer. He apparently works out of a fishing hut located in the marshes south of the bayou. Let's go pay him a visit. Who knows? We might even get to see some crawfish.
Amazing.
What? Why isn't the murderer the one who started this race? Zack, this isn't like you. Of course the murderer isn't the one who started the race. The murderer's running it. They're currently in first place, and they're breaking all the rules. Any more objections, Zack?
I guess he's got a point.
Within the White Hall of Beds. This one is even easier. There are only a few establishments that have a whole hall's worth
I believe it
of
might be
beds,
the place we were, pardon me, told about last time.
especially in a small town
Or
like
the
this.
hotel.
I'm sure you've already got a pretty good idea about what the answer is, Zack. Beds all lined up. Only an amateur would hear that and think it must be referring to a brothel. You really think that's a white hall? Sorry, but I have to
I
disagree.
mean, it's literally white.
There's a more obvious answer out there. A place that anyone would think of when they hear the words White Hall.
The place in England?
I mean, you never disappoint me, Zack. It's a medical facility. They
Well,
invite
I did want to go to the
patients
church
into
anyway,
rooms
so that's
full of
good.
beds where they're tended to by doctors and nurses clad in white. It's definitely a white hall, where people are invited into beds.
Yeah, apparently the church is also a hospital. Otherwise, what he's saying makes absolutely no sense.
You always manage to impress me with your intuition. I'm really counting on you here, Zack, and I know I'll always be able to.
It could be a converted hospital. I got $5! Woo! Wait, didn't I get 10 last time? I must have got less because I got one wrong.
Agent York, you're trying to leave without your trustworthy assistant?
Hello there, Patty. I'd never attempt such a thing. I was simply engaging in a battle of wits with Hoongan while I waited for you.
Hoongan?
Yes, the skeletal gentleman in the top hat.
Not that story again. Is this how you always conduct your investigations?
This is the way I work.
I bet you can't find a single partner. Not even in the entire FBI.
That's not true. I always work together with Zack.
Isn't that right?
Right. Zack. Don't worry. I'll be your partner while you're here in our town.
How old is she? I don't know, like 12?
Now, let's go investigate.
Maybe younger? I don't remember if we've been told. Okay, well, going to the crawfish one is numbered sooner, so I guess maybe we should do that one first. So let's also save, because we listened to a lot of dialogue there. Oh yeah, I just noticed something funny. There's Melvin's reflection right there, right? But Melvin's over there. Unless... Oh no, sorry, that's another cop. Look, he looked black through the shutters, okay? His uniform did, and that wasn't even black either. Is there anywhere else I can go for side quests? We could check the hotel to see if whatever criteria has been met to do the bath side quest. The false advertisement? Was that one of the side quests I took?
It was worth it!
Thank you very much, Mythic, for 8 months with Twitch Prime. Welcome back. Thank you for the support and giving me something to read out during this long-ass load. Oh, I could also tell you about the thing I mentioned. I bought Loch Ness Bakery branded spiced ginger creams. They're very nice. I don't have any complaints about how they tasted. But I was like, I wonder if they actually are made in a bakery near Loch Ness. And then on the back I noticed there's a very strange thing written on it. It says, baked in Scotland on our behalf, and then it lists an address and postcode. So that immediately told me these are made by an English company who subcontract the baking of it in Scotland so they can have the branding that they have. I'll tell the other half of the story after this. We have to talk to Solid Snake.
How's your mama? So, you're that hotshot FBI agent, huh?
Call me York, that's what everybody does.
And who might you be?
I came to claim the body of my daughter. My daughter, who was murdered in a holding cell after you detained her yesterday.
Oh, right, this the story I started telling. Okay, I forgot it was false advertisement, yes.
Zack, I wasn't expecting to run into the final boss this early. You must be the head of the Clarkson family, P.J. Clarkson. And you've come to claim the body of Galena Clarkson, whose dismembered corpse was found early this morning. Is that correct? Where did you learn that Galena had been murdered? Zack and I just learned of the news ourselves.
This is Lucari. And I am P.J. Clarkson. There ain't a single thing I don't know about this town.
I see. So then you must also know about the Severed Roots ritual. I have a question for you, Philip. We suspect that Galena was murdered by someone from the Clarkson family. Have you given that possibility any consideration?
Listen up, you FBI piece of shit. You better watch your manners around my pa.
He actually did watch his manners, to be fair. He asked things very politely.
My bad, sir.
I'll have you know I once had 3 children. But I must not have raised them very well, because my son and my eldest daughter both ran away and never came back to me. The only one who stayed by my side was my second daughter, Galena. Then she done married Daniel here into the family and presented me with both an heir and a granddaughter. Seemed for a while as if things were finally starting to calm down. But then, someone corrupted both Galena and Lise. And I lost everything. Well, aside from my shit-heel son-in-law, that is. You understand me, FBI?
Galena's death is nothing but a loss for the Clarkson family.
That doesn't mean the Clarksons are automatically innocent, though. Humans don't always act out of self-interest, do they?
That mouth. You're starting to sound more and more like your mother. We're leaving, Daniel.
What? But my treasure...
Now, whether you end up being an angel or a demon, I reckon you're the man I've been waiting for all this time. Once you finish that autopsy, and we're clear to take her home, I want you to give me a call.
They're phenomenal, Patty. So perfectly rural. Ominous
It's a polite way of calling them
foul-mouthed insults.
dumb rednecks.
This town possesses a complicated system of communication that you just can't find in the city. Work-centric emails are so cold and lifeless. This is what true human connections feel like. Connections as visceral as blood itself.
They really like using that animation
So,
of her kind of
Agent
shrugging.
What's next on your agenda?
The last boss may have gotten the jump on us, Patty, but I didn't let him shake my resolve. I intend to obey the skeletal gentleman's oracles, and that's that.
Can we have,
First,
I
we should
intend
head
to
to
obey the skeletal
either the
gentleman's
home of the person who
oracles?
discovered
You can
Lisa's
leave the rest
body
out
or
as
to
a
the
quote to
town's
add after
medical
the stream.
facility. Well, Zack, what do you think?
I can tell by the frame rate that I have control. Jesus. So we'll start going towards mission 23. Because it doesn't tell me where the hell that is. It just says defeat 1 squirrel, actually. Order 1 drink at illness. It's way too early for that to be open, I would imagine. Let's quickly nip to the hotel to see if anything happens. Oh, wrong button. I've forgotten what the skateboard button is. There we are. So anyway, yeah, the Loch Ness brand, but it had that weird message baked in Scotland on our behalf, meaning that it's
we've seen so far
it is secure.
across the states. Zack, I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country.
Okay, he's still talking, but we've heard this before. So then I googled the address of where they're having it made in Scotland, and I'm pretty sure that Loch Ness is up Inverness way. They're based in Aberdeen, which is the other side of Scotland almost. So it's purely a brand name for English people to go, oh, Loch Ness, that's ethnic, that's up in Scotland. I wonder if these biscuits are any good. So it's a shame that they had to go and basically lie. Not in an illegal way, just a dishonest way. Because the biscuits are good, they're nice. But they ain't made in Loch Ness. So I just thought that was interesting. It's something they might not even think about, but I was waiting on something finishing cooking in the oven, and I was eating the last of them, so I was like, I wonder if these really are from Loch Ness, because I did not know they were known for their bakeries. They do, however, give a portion of their profits to 2 Scottish charities, according to the site. So they do something nice. It's just a bit of a shame that the branding is all lies. I'm not noticing anything different so far. I'm going to check the bathroom. Actually, I am noticing something is different. The concierge and his various personalities aren't here. Ty... Wait, no, Ty's still here? Are you playing and still watching at the same time? We all saw you log into Pokemon. There is no escape. Make your time. Yeah, let's see if he's in our room. Oh, our room is this floor. Nope. Okay, never mind. We've already playing for 52 minutes. Come back next time, YouTube. I'm sure it'll be thrilling.